Hello, Scorpio. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you? Thank you so much for clicking here. We are using a couple of decks today. We're going to use the Kipper. We're going to use the Lenormand deck, and then we're just going to throw some tarot about, see what is going on for you for the week ahead. I am reading now for the last week of September. So if you are here real time and you're watching this when I post it, then it is going to be for the end of the month. For the rest of you, if you get it today, tomorrow, next year, it is whatever the week ahead is. That's what my readings are always for. For the week ahead, let's talk about Scorpio. There's one. Tell me more about Scorpio. Oh, look, two more. All right. One more deck here. If you are brand new and you just arrived, I hope you'll stay. There is a subscription button in the bottom right-hand corner if you would like to stay. And we like to be in the comments around here, so hopefully you do too. Let's find out what's going on here. So the bottom of the deck for me is the future energy. We do have the privileged lady. Ooh, it looks like somebody here is... Some people are talking about you. Look at this right off the bat. Look at that. We've got numbers 1212. So I feel like somebody here is probably getting pelted with numbers here. I feel like that's probably the number that you're seeing. If that is your angel number, figure out what's going on around you before you look it up on the internet to see what it means. We do have the privileged lady. Now, we do have a woman's body, but please understand, I'm not reading body parts. I'm reading feminine and masculine energy. So you could have a woman's body, but feminine or masculine, it's up to you. Take it as it resonates for you. And then we have the birds. And the birds, these particular ones, are the chitter-chattery ones. They're the ones that are engaged in speaking in a group. They're also maybe engaged in a little bit of gossip. So I feel like, Scorpio, that your life is going good or you're looking good. So whether it is financial or maybe you're looking good on the outside, maybe you're changed on the inside, I feel like somebody here, whether you're feminine or masculine, other people are looking at you as somebody who is privileged, somebody who is doing really well in their life here. So first card we have is the main female. We do have the coffin, we have the lovers, and we also have the courthouse. Very interesting. So usually I ask for 3, but it gave me 4, so we'll take them. So what else do we have here? We have the mask, we have the mountain, and we have the anchor here. So I feel like there is somebody here who might be in your life, Scorpio, who could be a feminine or a masculine. We do see the main female here, which means that this person may have a woman's body, but we're talking about energy. So feminine or masculine, we've got the main female. I think that this person is somebody who... I mean, you could be the main female. Take it as it resonates. But we do have the masks right here. It does feel like there's somebody in your mask, somebody in your life who might be hiding something from you, or somebody who doesn't act, how can I say, truthful with you or honest with you, or maybe vulnerable. I want to say this person's wearing a mask. This person could be someone who is hiding something from you. And it may not be terrible or nefarious, right? It just means that somebody here, like we have card number 2, and I think that this person is probably the high priestess. And so this person is somebody who is intuitive or psychic, and maybe they're just not into telling everybody. Like when you are intuitive or psychic and you are with people, you get hits about them, right? Energies and stuff. I feel like this person might be hiding it from you, not telling you about it, or maybe not telling you that they do have intuitive or psychic energies. We do have the coffin, and we have the mountain. Look, the mountain is an obstacle. It's something that is an arduous climb. So I want to say that you, Scorpio, I want to say that you've been on some sort of a path that's been really hard. I want to say that you have been, yeah, it feels like you've been trying to get to something, trying to accomplish something, maybe a goal, but it feels like it's been a really arduous climb, that there's been a lot of obstacles between you and the thing that you want. I feel like that obstacle is going to be removed because we do have the coffin energy here. And the coffin energy is about something that's ending, so something else can begin. I feel what's ending for you is that I feel you're kind of at the end of your obstacles, or that this obstacle is going to be removed for you here. We do have the lovers at the courthouse. So I don't know if some of you are going through some sort of issue with somebody that you used to be in a relationship with. The courthouse is either a place where you get married, or it can be a place where you're getting divorced. Take it as it resonates for you. So it does feel like somebody here is, I always look at the anchor as breaching the surface, right? And it is, it's something that is coming to the surface here, something that has worried you, possibly. It almost feels like someone is either thinking about leaving a relationship or thinking about putting a ring on it, thinking about making this relationship a little more solid. We do have card number 15 and 23. The courthouse does indicate that there might be some lack going on there. So for some of you, it could definitely be somebody who is, yeah, the lovers might be in trouble here. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about you, but it could be about someone else. But for those of you who this is resonating for you, I feel like something's about to come to the surface, something that you didn't expect, or something that you worried about that would come to the surface. So some different energies here. This may be an obstacle that's being removed. For some of you who want to get married, but there's an obstacle, like maybe there's an ex, or there is something that you have to do first before you can get married. Maybe your person isn't even in the country. I feel like that obstacle is going to be removed. But for all of you, I feel like there is a feminine here, feminine or a masculine person here, who I feel is, it feels like there is, this person's wearing a mask. You really don't know who they are. Yeah, feels like you really don't know who they are. Let's get some tarot on it here. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the week ahead, please. Tell me about Scorpio. What is going on with Scorpio? Maybe we'll get some tarot that will explain some more of this. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio, please. The lovers in the courthouse could be many things, right? It could be two people who are together who are facing something that is legal. It could either be a marriage that's about to happen. So maybe someone's getting married at the courthouse, or it could be somebody who is filing for divorce at the courthouse. But something is about to come to light, something that someone is nervous about here. It may be you, because we have card number 35, and 35 is an 8, and 8 is about the self. So I feel like something's about to breach the surface. Something very heavy is about to breach the surface, and the nine of spades in the bottom right-hand corner tells me it's the 9 of swords. And so it does feel like it's something that's worrisome. Tell me more about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the 9 of Wands. We've got the Sun. And we've got the Ace of Wands. I feel like there is something that is coming to light here. The Sun is here, and I feel like the Sun casts a light. There is some sort of a breakthrough. Somebody here has been struggling with something, struggling with it. The 9 of Wands here, you can see this person is sort of worried over bills or money. It feels like maybe something that you have to sign that you're struggling with here. I want to say make sure that you're really clear about what you're signing. It does feel like somebody's worried about something, that there's been so much heaviness or issues or problems, or you're thinking about all the things that could go wrong. It's almost an exhaustive type energy here. I want to say that the Sun is here for a reason, and that we do have the Ace of Wands with the 9 of Wands, which tells me you're going to be dropping a burden of some sort. And you're going to be able to go on some sort of a new path here. I really do feel this energy here is telling me that people are talking about you, because I feel like things are about to get really good for you. And I think that you may have some haters in the background. I'm just saying. And maybe if they're not haters, like this could be gossip, right? People talking about you. It doesn't have to mean that they're talking about you in a bad way. Got the 7 of Diamonds in the bottom right-hand corner, which is the 7 of Pentacles. They might be talking about how hard you've worked on yourself, because the 7 of Pentacles is about throwing your seeds of intention and then nurturing it. They might be talking about how hard you've worked on yourself and that you've had some sort of a glow up, whether you are feminine or masculine, that you look different, you act different. Tell me more. We do have the 3 of Cups. So whatever it is that you're worrying about that feels really heavy, you're going to be able to drop these burdens. There is going to be some sort of a celebration because of some kind of a breakthrough here. Tell me more. With the 8 of Cups, you're going to be able to walk away from something. It really does feel like somebody is in some sort of a quandary or a bind, or there is an obstacle to being with the person that you want to be with. And it does feel like that there will be something pretty heavy that is coming to the surface that you've been worrying about here. It does feel like here that somebody has realized that they need to disconnect from someone or something. Maybe it's a Leo, possibly a Cancer. And then we do have the Knight of Swords. Very interesting. Somebody's walking away from some sort of disruptive behavior, or somebody who is the Knight of Swords is aggressive behavior. It's something that's moving quickly, moving fast. It is sort of impulsive and rebellious a little bit. It is brave though, and courageous as well. It feels like there is something that is going to happen fast. I feel like there is a new path that is going to open quicker than you think. Could have something to do with this over here. It feels like people are talking about you or talking about the situation. We're getting ready to celebrate something. It feels like somebody's ready to sign a contract. And so it almost feels like a contract for a home, or like maybe a marriage contract. It feels like something's going on at the courthouse here. Tell me about this main female in this mask, please. Main female who's wearing the mask, please. This is somebody that I think you're not really... It feels like it's somebody that you need to move away from. Yeah, it does feel like somebody is behind a mask, lying or cheating or something that you don't know about. It does feel like it could be a feminine or a masculine. Take it as it resonates. But I feel like you're in choppy waters with this person. I feel like you don't get along. I feel like there's sharp words. And I feel like you just don't want to deal with it anymore. That's what it feels like here. You just don't want to deal with this person anymore. It feels like with the Six of Swords that there is movement away from this person. We do have the Page of Pentacles, and then we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, there's something that this person has done or said behind the scenes, I feel. The Page of Pentacles for me is something that is growing and you don't know about it. So that's what it feels like right here. Something... I feel like your intuition is telling you, Scorpio, to not deal with this person anymore. Somebody here is being dishonest with you. They're saying things behind your back. And I feel like the things that they are saying could be creating obstacles for you here. Something is over. And I think what's over is the obstacles here. I feel like for you, Scorpio, it feels like that there is no more obstacles and you're going to be able to move forward. We've got the 8 of clubs in the bottom right hand corner, and so we've got 2 and 1 is 3, which is you know, it can be partnership, right? It can be past, present, and future. We do have the 8 of Wands can also be movement forward, right? Quick movement forward. I feel like some sort of obstacles being removed from you in the week ahead, and you're going to have movement forward here. It might have to do with whatever's going on at the courthouse with the lovers. Tell me more. I've got the 4 of Wands. You might be buying a house. It could be that. It does feel like it's a legal document. Something that you're worrying about. I feel like you don't need to worry about it. If you are purchasing a house, or you're buying something to bring more stability or happiness or excitement to your home, I don't feel like you need to worry about it. I'm going to say that you're in the week ahead, you're going to drop your worries because you're going to have some sort of a breakthrough. And we'll get to that. We'll get to the Sun. Something is going to occur to you, or an aha moment or a realization that's going to make you really happy. Something is, I feel that there is an event. We've got action cards here, right? We've got Wands. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. We've got Temperance. Yeah, something is coming to fruition, I want to say. Something is coming into balance, something you've been waiting for. You've been really patient about some sort of a transition or transformation here. Tell me more. We've got the 8 of Swords in the reverse. I kind of like that it's showing up in the reverse here, Scorpio. It does feel like that there is something here that you're going to be able to let go of here, that you're no longer going to be stuck in your mind, obsessively thinking and worrying. And I feel like with this, that there is some sort of a new path. There is a new beginning here that's very exciting for you. And I feel like you've been worrying all the way all the way up to here. So you're going to get word of something in the week ahead. Something is going to work out for you, and you're going to have to transition in some way. And it is, I feel, happening right when it's supposed to. We've got the moment of alchemy here, or temperance, which is balance. It's like something has been going back and forth and back and forth. It could involve your stability or maybe the purchase of a home. Tell me why the sun is here, please. Tell me about the sun. People are probably talking, because if you are in this energy of the privileged lady, whether you're the feminine or the masculine, I feel like people are seeing that you're doing well. You're having a glow up. Things are going well for you. Maybe they're, you know, it almost feels like people are, they could be talking about it like, wow, look at Scorpio. Look at Scorpio go. Because it feels like that they were sort of admiring your hard work. There's always going to be naysayers in the group. I'm just going to say in every group there is a naysayer, right? Tell me about the sun, please. Why is the sun here? We've got the 7 of Cups. So that was something that I feel was unsettled. Something that you've been dreaming about that was unsettled and kind of confusing or overwhelming. It's like it was sort of teetering on this edge of, is it going to happen or is it not? And I think that it does happen for you, because the official person is here. We've got the King of Swords. It's the person who is the adjudicator of something, right? And we're over here in the courthouse. So the person who is the adjudicator of something, right? Someone who has to do with law or justice, possibly. Or it could be someone who's a notary, or someone who's a lawyer who's closing on a deal of a home, or something like that. But we do have the official person that's shown up here. So I think that the reason why you're no longer going to have to worry is because the King of Swords is bringing clarity to the situation. The King of Swords is bringing all the facts, the truth, the honesty, the transparency of everything. And I feel you go from being in this confused energy or overwhelmed sort of emotional energy of, I don't know if this is going to work out or not, to the Sun. We do have the 2 of Swords. So I want to say, don't believe what you see. Scorpio. So if you're in some sort of situation that I've just explained, don't believe what you see. Please feel it out, right? And I mean, you're probably going to do that anyway. That's what you do, right? You are Scorpio after all. So I'm going to say feel it out. There is something that is going to work out in your favor here. Something you're going to be able to stop worrying about. You're going to be released from this prison where you felt like your hands were tied and there was nothing that you can do. There is a transition here, and it's the Death card. And I feel like this transition is bringing in some excitement or happiness here of stability. We're going to be celebrating a new home, celebrating stability. Maybe you are making it official with someone here, right? So this could be one of two ways: divorce, or we are finally engaged, right? Because this is part way to marriage. So I feel like somebody, you might be engaged, but I just am curious about this 9 of Swords here, because something heavy is coming to the surface. Something heavy is coming to the surface here for you, Scorpio. What is that? So I feel like any obstacles that were standing between you and getting your home, getting the marriage, proposing to somebody possibly, I feel like those are gone, but there are some sort of worrisome things that are arising here. What is this? We've got the 4 of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant. So we are talking about someone who might be proposing marriage. And we have the Knight of Cups. I'm just going to say that I feel like somebody's about to propose to someone else. I hope I'm not blowing the lid off anything. I feel like somebody's about to propose something. Propose that you move in with me, propose that we get married, propose that maybe that you've just met somebody and maybe you're about to propose, maybe we start seeing each other we start seeing each other exclusively is what I'm trying to say. I can't find the words. I think that you're going to be seeing somebody exclusively here. The Hierophant is, of course, the commitment. But we do have the 4 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're keeping it under wraps or keeping it silent or not really telling anybody about it. It might be this group that is speculating here about what's going on in your life. I feel like you have a worry. What this worry is here is I feel like you're worried that someone's going to say no, or that they're not going to be down for it, or they're not vulnerable enough, or they're not ready to share whatever their abundance is. They're not ready to share it with you. To me, the 4 of Pentacles is is shut off, shut down, not being vulnerable. This person is already stable in their own life. So I think that you're worried that this person maybe is in the romance stage and not necessarily in the love stage. And I'm just going to say that I just don't see anything here that indicates there's two people in love. Well, maybe that's not true. All right, we have the lovers, right? Maybe it's not totally true. So I feel like there are two people who love each other, but I think that somebody here is worried that the other person may say no, or may say, I got to think about it. I feel like the Knight of Cups is telling me the answer may come slowly. So take your time. I feel like the answer may come for you quite slowly, or this person, if they hesitate, Scorpio, it's not a no. I really do believe that this person is just not vulnerable enough. So I'm just going to go out there and say that if you're a person who likes to do grand displays of affection, like the King of Cups does sometimes, I'm going to say that this might not be the person to do the grand display of affection with. That maybe if you're going to do it, you might not do it at a birthday party or a social event, or this person doesn't like to have that sort of thing broadcast, I want to say. So I think there are some people that you've told, maybe people are talking about you here. There is some sort of transition that I feel is going to have to happen once the moment of alchemy is here. And the transition might be somebody who is, it almost feels like we go from being really happy and excited with this moment of alchemy to a place of the Eight of Cups. Somebody's like, but am I settling? But am I settling? It feels like somebody's wondering, do I want to make the transition? I feel like you want the answer quickly, and this person may be someone who says, I'm not really sure right now. Tell me about the Eight of Cups. Yeah, this person's going to say yes. So I don't think that you have to worry if they don't answer immediately. We do have the Hanged Man. It all is pointing to somebody's going to need some time to think about it, because it feels like somebody here doesn't feel like they really don't need the official ring. They don't need to sign the paper. They're worried about signing a document, signing their life over to someone else. And then we have the High Priestess. Yep, somebody's going to want to think about it. And they might go silent on you for a little bit. I'm just saying. So I'm going to say, don't panic. I do feel with the Three of Cups, the Four of Wands, and the Ten of Wands here, that I feel like somebody is going to drop their burdens and say yes. I feel like they are going to say yes if that's what you're planning. I think for some of you here, there is something that if it's not that we're talking about, I want to say that there is some sort of a worry that something is coming to the surface through the courthouse. Now, we could have, on the flip side, we could have two people who are at the courthouse who are ready to be in Splitsville, right? That maybe somebody here, the reason that we're not really getting along, of course, we could look at the Four of Pentacles and the Hierophant as I'm shut off, shut down. I'm not really ready to go to the altar here. I do love you, but I'm not really ready to go to the altar. And that may have broken something open. Maybe someone has decided like that was their biggest worry. Somebody may get turned down here. But I think for others of you, if there is something that you're doing, I want to say for those of you who are buying a house, finding new stability, maybe you're moving from an apartment to a condo or something like that. I feel like it all works out. The moment of alchemy is here. Your worries are going to subside because the sun is here. The sun is telling me that make sure that you look over the contract. Make sure that everything is clear, and make sure that you get some sort of a lawyer involved, especially if you're buying a house, right? I feel like you go from overwhelmed to being sort of really in this energy of, okay, everything's in control. The official person's here. Make sure that you feel it out before you do anything, or there could be heartbreak. Make sure that you do get the official person involved, whoever that is. The realtor, the person who's going to marry you at the courthouse, like whatever it is, make sure that you get the official person involved and that you don't try and do a DIY thing, because you're apt to miss something that the King of Swords would not miss. So make sure. There is somebody over here, I'm just going to say, it does feel like there could be somebody here who's watching you do this. Somebody who wants to be with you but is watching you pick somebody else. That could be this here. That this is someone that you've left, that you just started something small with and it didn't work. It turned into heartbreak. I feel like this person's putting on a happy mask for you. That they're like, oh yeah, good. Scorpio has found their person, is going to get married, is glowing up, is looking really good. 1212, by the way, if this is a twin connection, that is a twin number here. All right, I'm just going to look. Seven of Swords is here. What's the problem? Queen of Swords. Ooh. And the Seven of Pentacles. I want to say the Seven of Swords and the Queen of Swords in the reverse tells me that someone is harboring bad feelings. It feels like someone's harboring bad feelings about all the great things that are about to happen to you, Scorpio. So don't expect everybody to be happy for you. I feel like you are going to be able to enjoy and celebrate here with the Three of Cups because you've put a lot of hard work into something, a lot of healing here. All right, I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I do appreciate you, but I'll be back because I'm always back, Scorpio. You know it. Bye.